Hey, I just wanted to take a few minutes here to explain what this is, why we're doing it, and why we're calling it what we're calling it. We're calling this our awareness walk. And that word our is very intentional. Everything behind Folk and Real has always been about family and community. It's our land in Kentucky. It's our newspaper that I'm pouring into. It's our TikTok, our Facebook, our YouTube. And more than anything, it's our community. The people who show up, watch, comment, question, and grow alongside of us. This isn't about me standing here as a guru or a know it all. It's about walking through life together, paying attention as we go. So that's what this is. Our awareness walk is exactly what it sounds like. It's a slow, steady, intentional walk where we notice habits and patterns that usually run on autopilot. We're doing this as a family, not because something is broken, not because we're in crisis, but because awareness is how healthy systems stay healthy and how good systems get even better. So we're planning to walk this out over about a calendar month, not as a challenge necessarily to complete, not as a streak to protect, but just because time gives you data. A few days, well, that'll show you moments. A few weeks, that shows you patterns. And I want to say this clearly up front. There's no pressure here. No pressure to do this perfectly. There's no pressure to do it for the same length of time that we do. There's no pressure to share anything if you don't want to share. One of the core ideas we're bringing into this, especially because I've got an ADHD brain, is something that's helped me a lot. Suck. Don't skip. So it's better to show up imperfectly than to disappear because you missed a day or broke a rule. If you make 17 days in and you fall off, that doesn't mean that you failed. It means you gathered 17 days of awareness. And if you learned anything from that, you're allowed to start again or stop, all without guilt. This walk isn't about perfection. It's about recognizing habits. One of the lenses that we're using during this awareness walk is money. Not in a restrictive way, not in a guilt-driven way. Life still happens. If there's a birthday, a celebration, or a moment that matters, and we plan for it, that's not failure. That's intention. Awareness doesn't remove joy. It removes surprise. I also want to be really clear about where the structure for this came from. The framework that we're using was laid out by George Kamel, who works alongside the Ramsey team. And I want to say this plainly, credit where credit is due. George put together a reset built around awareness, not punishment. At a high level, it's about pausing a few common habits for a short season and leaning into a few practices that increase visibility and intention. We're not going to reteach his steps here, not because they're complicated, but because he explains them way better than I ever could. And honestly, part of the reason that we're doing this at all is how he tells the story behind it. If that framework resonates with you and you want the full explanation, you should absolutely watch George's video. I'll link that directly in the description. No fancy stuff up here because I don't know how to do that. We're going to do this because of that framework, not instead of it. So what we're adding here is simply the lived experience of walking it out as a family, imperfectly, in real time. We're also paying attention to inputs, what we watch, how we scroll, why we reach for our phones. Across everything I touch, Folk and Real, the newspaper, ministry, community, veteran work, I try to stay grounded in something constructive and positive. Not fake positivity, not pretending that life is easy, just not letting noise run the show. So during this awareness walk, you'll see us creating more than consuming. You'll see us sharing honestly and sometimes saying, nothing big happened today, and that's okay. That might actually be one of the most real updates over the next few weeks that we'll post with short check-ins. Some will be wins, some will be observations, some might just be us showing up. And if we miss a day, that's not a contradiction of the process. That is the process. This is an invitation, not a prescription. If you want to walk alongside of us, you're welcome. If you want to watch quietly, you're welcome. If you want to try your own versions at your own pace with your own rules, you're welcome. No gurus, no know-it-alls, just real people paying attention together. This is our awareness walk. We're glad you're here, however you choose to be.